the corner until we start this thing anew. I'll be ready for some changes. I'll be waiting to break through, chasing down a dream like a storm in the western sky, unyielding in its power, unwilling to subside. And I'm waiting on the sun, waiting for a good time, looking to the sky, searching for what's mine, waiting on a sunny day to come my way, running through the fields into the moonlight. Tell me how it feels when everything's just right, waiting on a sunny day to come my way. Heavy, strong and steady, unbroken I will stay. As a river joins the ocean, I will find my way through the darkest nighttime until the dawn of day, waiting ever ready for what's to come my way. And I'm waiting on the sun, waiting for a good time, looking to the sky, searching for what's mine, waiting on a sunny day to come my way, running through the fields into the moonlight. Tell me how it feels when everything's just right, waiting on a sunny day to come my way.
My name is John O'Reilly, my father works the fields in the hills of Old Killarney, where I helped him turn the wheels. My arms grew hard as iron, for a boy of 17, and I used my fist for gambling in those wet Killarney streets. Fare thee well, fared over, fare thee well, your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. For the ship left for America, I took my pack aboard, said goodbye to my dear Ireland, said a prayer to my dear Lord. I fought those sorry guineas in the kitchen they called hell, and I fought them for their dollars, and those guineas paid me well. Fare thee well, fared over, fare thee well, your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. Well, I fought in New York City, and I fought the Jersey shores, and my guts stayed full of whiskey, my bed stayed laughing shame. Pretty well, fared over fairly well. Your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. Well, I met a man on 32 when he stuck out his hand. He offered me 1,000 if I fought for his man. I said it could be done, but only for another 2. And he smiled at me and nodded as I stuck it in my shoe. Pretty well, fared over fairly well. Your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. They rang the bell 2 times before I let him have me nose, and I let him work me left until me eye was swollen close. Then I let loose a right that they still talk about today, for that killie didn't know that I had been the other way. Pretty well, fared over fairly well. Your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. Oh, they covered every dock and every port there on the coast, looking for a double crosser who turned into a ghost. But I was on the train, my friend, that rode the other way, and I'll sail from California back to Dublin one fine day. Pretty well, fared over fairly well. Your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return. Pretty well, fared over fairly well. Your seasons turn, my pockets will be jingling, my pockets will be jingling, my pockets will be jingling on the day of my return, on the day of my return.
Dark is a night full of fear. There's something on your mind. You're wide awake and chasing time. Hands reaching out, feel your touch, but I don't know who you are. Eyes opened up to see the signs. Oh, you're searching for someone, looking for something to spark a flame. Holding me closer, you are the fire to make a change. Souls light up in 1,000 skies. Walk through a city of stars tonight. Souls light up in 1,000 skies. Love in a city of stars tonight. Lost in a world so alone, we struggle to find the answers. You have a choice to free your mind. Let's take a chance to believe in what we see before us. Hearts breaking free, we come alive. Oh, you're searching for someone, looking for something to spark a flame. Holding me closer, you are the fire to make a change.
take this road every other day to leave for somewhere new and far away. Though I may be gone, please don't be blue. My heart is always there at home with you. 'Cause I'm home, I'm happy to be home. I'm home and it feels like I was never alone. Home, I'm happy to be home. Home, I'm happy to be home with you. Counting minutes and counting miles, closing my eyes just to see your smile. Always in my dreams, you're never really far. Wishing every second to be right where you are. I think about the past and the times we've had. I smile for tomorrow and it makes me glad. Any road I travel and it doesn't matter where. The end of every journey, I will always find you there. Yes, I'm home, I'm happy to be home. Home, and it feels like I was never alone. Home, I'm happy to be home. Home, I'm happy to be home with you. Happy to be home. Happy to be
Hello, welcome to Tiree. I'm Stuart Cassells, and usually this is the weekend of the Tiree Music Festival. But tonight we are TMF, transmitting live from the Isle of Tiree Distillery. And this, to take us away, is Atlantic Reel.
Bamfordstown in the county down one morning last July. And a roaring green on the street calling, and she smiled as he passed me by. Well, she looked so sweet from her 2 8 feet to the sheen of her brown hair. I coaxed an elephant to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Banshee Bay to Derry Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, I may have seen like the street calling that I met on the county down. Well, I travelled a bit, but he'd never been hit since my roving career began. But fair and square I surrendered there to the charms of Rose McCann. I'd a heart to let no tenant jet ever pass to the shoulder gown. But in she went and I asked her rent from the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No made us see like the sweet Colleen that he went from the county down. Onwards made I shook me head and I gazed with a feeling rare. I says I to a passerby as the maid with the brown hair. But he smiled at me and replied, so see, that's a gem of old Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Banj, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. The maid has seen like the sweet Colleen that I met from the county down. At the harvest fair, she'll be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes. But my shoes some right, and me hat cocked right for the glimpse of the brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, I will rust in me bloated brown. And a smiling bride by my own fireside is the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. The maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met from the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. The maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen that I met in the county down.
That's good. It's good to get a wee tune again after this big lockdown. No better place than in Tiree here. A lovely spot for the TMF live stream from the distillery. Here we go. Emma's going to do a wee song this time. It's one called The Lakes Upon Your Train. That's for the late Frank Breen, a good friend and an ex-band member here. Passed away. It's one of his.
It was on one fine March morning I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jackson Town, my fortune to renew. I cursed all foreign money, no credit could I gain, which filled my heart with longing for the lakes of Pontchartrain. I stepped on board a railroad car beneath the morning sun, and I rode the roads till evening, and I laid me down again. No friends to me, all strangers, till darker towards me came, and I fell in love with my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, she took me into her mommy's house, and she treated me right well. The hair upon her shoulders and the jet black ringlets fell to try and paint her beauty. I'm sure it would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said that never could be, for she'd got a lover and he was far at sea. She said that she would wait for him, and true that she would remain till he'd return to his Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Fare thee well, my Creole girl, I'll never see you more. I'll never forget your kindness on the cottage by the shore. At each social gathering, a flowing glass I'll drain, and I'll drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. And I'll drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain.
You girl, you. Okay, we're heading for Donegal this time. No better place, apart from Tiree, of course. Going to one for all my friends and family over there. I've been tuning in on the lockdown Saturday night sessions with Atlantic Rail, and all our friends, Nyla, Kate McCaffrey, and all the gang up there. Here we go, it's one called Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Talk about Atlantis, how it's lost beneath the sea. All the grave of the Indian soldier and the cry of the old banshee. Well, who's the man in the air? Mast was Jack the Ripper set free. Well, ask him Albert Donegal to sail the mystery. And if I could build a wall around old Donegal, north and south to keep them at my God, I'd build a town. See those chicken ranches, I legalized them all. I mean, tavern on Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Where? Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Play by pubs all night, clubs, blackjack and roulette. Neil Blitty, Bridget Nielsen, Martin Gillespie having a bet. Well, any show within me known bets, multi-millionaires. And Donald Trump would like a chump to live in Saltaire. And if I could build a wall around old Donegal, nothing sell to keep them at my God, I'd build a town. Say those chicken ranches, I legalized them all. I mean, hammer on Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Where? Yeah, Las Vegas and the hills of Donegal. To stand on top of Errigal would give me such a thrill. And to hear him saying Dublin, there's gold among them hills. Well, don't despair, 'cause if you're there, the answer lies with me. There's a wall that's deep and it's going cheap somewhere in Germany. And if I could build a wall around old Donegal, the north and south to keep them at my God, I'd build a town. Say those chicken ranches, I legalize them all. I mean, hammer on Vegas in the hills of Donegal. Where? Yeah, Las Vegas in the hills of Donegal. I get on you. Okay, we're going to finish our set this time. There's loads of good music to come tonight, some great bands to come. It's one called Home Away from Home. It was we just learned it during the lockdown. I don't think we ever played it live yet, have we?
No, this will be the first.
So here we go. We'll have a go at it. Home Away from Home in front of a live audience. Hopefully I'll be back here and with a lot of you next year for the big one. All the best. Good night. God bless.
I didn't see much last night. I stayed up till the dawn, knocking back the jigs and reels till everyone had gone, singing some old shall-I songs I hadn't sung for years, knocking back the brandy and the beer. Back across the ocean to my home away from home. I'm glad to be returning, but sad I have to go. I'd like to find a way to be two places at one time. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye. I had one bag too many just as I was set to leave. I was loaded down with bacon and with sausages and tea. I couldn't find my ticket as I'm walking out the door, till they emptied all my bags out on the floor. Back across the ocean to my home away from home. I'm glad to be returning, but sad I have to go. I'd like to find a way to be two places at one time. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye. Well, I board the plane and sip a drink while waiting for the meal, just trying to not let my head know how my stomach feels. There's a baby right behind me, making sure that I won't sleep, and the flight's too full to find another seat. Back across the ocean to my home away from home. I'm glad to be returning, but sad I have to go. I'd like to find a way to be two places at one time. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye. Asleep at last, just as the plane was touching down, and each 10 years just waiting for me bags to come around. I'm barely in the door, and I'm barely unpacked when we're already making plans to go again. Back across the ocean to my home away from home. I'm glad to be returning, but sad I have to go. I'd like to find a way to be two places at one time. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye. Back across the ocean to my home away from home. I'm glad to be returning, but sad I have to go. I'd like to find a way to be two places at one time. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye. It's easy going back again, but it's hard to say goodbye.
Absolutely fantastic Atlantic Reel. And as I said, Atlantic Reel will be back here in 2022 for Tiree Music Festival, hopefully with many of you, if not all of you. Now, if you haven't been there before, or maybe you have been before, this is a story of the Tiree Music Festival.
I certainly feel very lucky growing up on
on Tiree. It was an amazing childhood we had. When you get older, you always remember the summer.
The long summer nights, the sense of openness and security, and
It pretty much was just spent with football and music. That's probably everything I remember about it, and the beach. I always feel very fortunate for the upbringing I had, and the friends I had, and the family. I felt very safe in Tiree. There was always a thing about people that had went away and, you know, chased a goal, chased a dream and come out, and obviously with Tiree there's this huge sort of legacy of the accordion in particular and what Gordon Connell was doing. And
Trail West had started, Skipnish were up and running, gonna sound all Tiree bands.
early hours of New Year's Day, which must have been 2009, in Neely Mackay's kitchen.
Some refreshments were being poured.
Myself and Daniel had a chat one year.
The dances aren't as well attended, the pubs aren't as busy and things. And I remember him saying that and
Thought, why don't we put something on in Tiree, give it a shot.
And this parking place where we sit right now was the festival grounds for the first ever TMF. And I can remember the first headliner was Sandy Tom, who in those days had a #1 hit in the UK.
And I headlined the first ever Tiree Music Festival. And I played out of the side of a lorry. It was good fun. I had my band then. So 10 years on.
People always ask us, why do you go there? What do you do? Well, we help out during the festival. Yeah, but it's your holiday. Yes, that is our holiday. We'd love to do it.
Like the Tiree Music Festival family, we're a family now. And when you meet people at the pier that you haven't seen them for a year, it's absolutely amazing. I love it.
the team from Oban that had Oban, Hogmanay, Fergie and Neely are still with us to this day. They were sort of big influence in going, right, this is what you need to do. But the reality was, Stuart and myself had set this up with no festival experience of running it.
Of course I said, nope, you'll go to Tiree and Hogmanay. Not at all. For goodness sake, they'll be stuck for 3 weeks with the weather.
And even when it's raining, you think people will be, oh, enough of this, but they're here and they still enjoy it. They're out in the rain and the wind, it doesn't bother them.
It can be good, it can be bad. You don't know what the weather's going to be in Scotland, especially on an island. You're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
We're going to get bad weather. And we're very lucky that we've got good connections. My sister works in the airport tower, and Sarah, my partner, is a weather presenter.
Becan var sco go bhecin tar sin na hélan an siar agus a gú cuiteoch go bhí siar éirí tronnéiche.
It was a tough time, and I was beginning to question where we were with the community. And
we're going to need to evacuate.
I think a post was put online, and within an hour or 2 hours there was 40-50 cars outside.
A van arrived at the school, 2 tumble dryers in it to dry everybody's clothes.
Probably a majority of people that have never been to the festival, never came along, but they were there and they were just picking people up like in a conveyor belt and just taking them home.
So Daniel and Stuart and Ron and myself, we went to see all the people, how they were doing.
We were expecting, a lot of down, angry, frustrated people, but what unfolds was just like parties around the island, like parties in the church, parties in the lodge, parties in the school, just incredible.
And the stories that came from that over the weekend, there was a lot of them were just made friendships for life, and came back the following year and ended up staying with them over the weekend.
And then going and expecting to come down to the ferry terminal and see 1,000 people queued up ready to get in this boat. There was maybe 40 people, tops.
That was the christening of the first big top tent.
And I was going round and going, you not want to go home? And they're like, is the festival still going ahead? And they're like, we hope so, yeah.
It's still a hugging festival because it's family. And when we see each other, it's like, oh, hello, hello.
And if you walk on the fields, everybody's is so enthusiastic and, hi, how are you doing? And not only us, but all the other people as well.
What a fantastic idea you had all them years ago, and what an amazing achievement you have now with so many people that have you to thank for meeting so many fantastic people. It's just unbelievable what you've done.
One word. Thanks.
Daniel and Martin Gillespie and Stuart McLennan have done wonders. We're also very proud of them.
We're all very proud of them.
I think people probably aren't aware of how difficult it is to do financially actually, and it's the bit that people don't see, and I think it takes two pretty special people to keep pushing that forward every year.
Honestly, for the next 10 years this better be going, because this is my holiday, and every job I go to I say, I go to Tiree, if that's not going to work for you, I'm not working for you.
An event that all events should aspire to.
Hugging festival. I like the crossover of the adults with the children, with the teenagers and everybody dancing and singing together. It's fantastic.
Really good for the kids, they can wander about.
Very chilled out festival.
Just one big family.
We've had a great experience.
Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Well, SKERRYVORE were quite good.
What an incredible story of Tiree Music Festival, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. I've been so proud to be part of so many of those years. It's just an incredible experience. So I said earlier on, we're here in the Isle of Tiree Distillery, recently formed here, and I'm here with the founder, one of the founders of the Isle of Tiree Distillery, Mr. Ian Smith, who's also very well known, of course, for Trail West. Ian, great to be in your distillery.
Brilliant
Thank
to
you
have
very
you all.
much.
Delighted to have Tiree Music Festival here tonight, and it's great to see such a great show so far.
And your hospitality's been excellent, I have to say, hasn't it, everybody? Thank you very much.
That's Stuart and Daniel anyway, so don't worry.
I'm not expecting the bill later on. Can I just get that recorded? That's good, so that's fantastic, thank you. So Ian, tell me about how did this come about? You know, I mean, building this distillery here in Tiree, that takes a bit of guts.
Yeah, well, it was myself and Alan from Trail West as well. We spoke about it for years in the van going around. We always said Tiree needed a distillery. And yeah, there's such an amazing history of distilling here in Tiree, and we thought, why has nobody done that? So yeah, we just decided to go for it. We started the distillery here back in 2019. This was my father's old building workshop. The signs are fairly evident around the place. And he was a big fan of gin and whiskey, so he'd be absolutely delighted that we're producing some spirits here on the island. So yeah, that's where it all started from, having a wee bit of kind of knowledge about the history that not many folk knew about, and also wanting to move home. As you said, we were both musicians, and it's quite tough to make a living from that here in Tiree. You can't be playing in the pub every single weekend. You know, it's good to play now and again. So yeah, we wanted to do something different, and we thought distilling was something that we would enjoy, and you know, we enjoy a dram ourselves, so why not?
Yeah, I did think when you said that you and Alan had an idea of building a distillery, you thought about. I did wonder whether it was just for you guys.
Yeah, well,
it turns out a lot of other people are getting to enjoy your gin as well.
Definitely.
And look, I've looked on with great admiration around how it's really grown for you. You know, it really has. A lot of people know Tiree gin now, and that's phenomenal in such a short period of time. But this last year, how's that worked for you? You know, it's been challenging for everybody for lots of reasons, but how have you guys navigated this last year?
I think at the start it was great because we did a wee deal online and I think everybody was just sitting at the house getting steaming. So we put a wee...
Are we going to do a deal online?
We are actually. So if you're listening, folks, we're doing a wee promo code as well. Free shipping all weekend up until Tuesday. TMF is the promo code. So if you want a wee bottle of gin, we'll give you some free shipping. So there you go, Stuart. Get your order when you get home.
That's why he has the success he has. Well done. There you are, the ultimate salesman there. Now, every gin, and there's a lot of gin drinkers now. Do we have any gin drinkers here tonight? Yeah, come on. Every gin obviously is different. Every gin has its own taste and its own kind of story as well. But what makes Tiree gin different? What's the kind of unique flavour of Tiree?
Yeah, so we use 13 botanicals in total, 5 of which we try and source locally as much as possible. Kelp being one of those, a few other distilleries use that as well. We also use 4 ingredients from the Macher ground on the island. Now Tiree, 25% of Tiree makes is made up of Macher ground, which is kind of sand-blown, fertile soil that kind of hugs the kind of island's beaches. So the botanicals we use from there are lady's bedstraw, angelica root, eyebright and watermint alongside the kelp. So we think it just gives it a kind of lovely taste and kind of very much true to the island, hopefully.
Yeah, well, it certainly does taste very, very nice. I can vouch for that. Now, this is a gin still.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen other stills. I work in the whisky industry. This is a gin still. Tell us about how the production happens here for those people who maybe haven't seen a gin still. What happens here?
Yes, this is a fairly modern still. It's a Genio still. It's 250 litres and it's all powered really by that computer there. It actually works almost like a bain-marie. It has an oil jacket with 3 heating elements in it. We charge the still with round about 70 litres of neutral spirit made from wheat, and we also add about 180 litres of Tiree water to that. The botanicals sit in a kind of hop bag, which is almost like a tea bag, that just sit in the top of the liquid. And you'll probably know this, working in the industry, alcohol has a lower boiling point than water. So that starts to separate from the water, turns into vapour, hits those botanicals, then comes up through the column here. First protocol is the copper springs, which removes any impurities. It's given it that copper contact that we're looking for. Obviously, this is a stainless steel still here. Then it goes up here, it hits the condenser, which is that second cylinder just on the right-hand side there, and that's got cold water pumping through it the whole time, so it turns the vapour back into a liquid, which then comes down here and is collected in the parrot, and that's where we collect all our spirit. It's then split into heads, hearts and tails, as I'm sure you know, similar to the whisky production. And what we're drinking here is the hearts of the run, which we think is fairly smooth and very drinkable.
Yeah, very good. And how long does that process kind of take to then, because I mean, it's great you've got everything really under one roof here. You've got the bottling behind us there, and how long does it take, and how long does it take you to run off, say, 100 bottles or something?
Yeah, so this still will make around 140 bottles every batch, and it takes about a day. We can assign ourselves a day to get ourselves a batch ready. We usually try and leave it for a wee while as well. We find the flavours are kind of better after a wee while, and then as you say, we take it over to the bottling area, which is over there, and we do everything on site. And as I always say, the sad bit is putting the wee duty stamp on and paying the duty before it goes out the door, because of course we have to get that paid before she can leave the distillery. So it's not my favourite bit, and being a true Tiree man, we don't like parting with money too often.
Very true. And where have you sent gin to? And have you had kind of feedback from people all over the world now drinking Tiree gin?
Yeah, well, we mainly sell in the UK, but a very good friend of ours, the late Drew Beck, actually managed to get it into the Hilton in Singapore. He was Robert Beck, who used to teach folk the pipes here in Tiree. You've probably heard of him. Taught Martin Gillespie, taught Angus MacPhail, John Campbell, many pipers from the island, and his son was working in Singapore, and he managed to get the gin into the Hilton there. So I think that's probably one of the furthest places it's been. But just locally, we get great support locally, people buying it and throughout the islands and throughout Scotland, and quite a lot of orders down south as well. So yeah, it's just we're delighted to see people enjoying it. And this year especially, we've opened to the public. It's great to welcome people to the distillery for tours and into our wee shop, which also sells G&Ts and gin cocktails, so you might be there later on yourself,
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's just great to let people see the system, the way we work, and just how things work here in the Tiree Distillery.
So I'm guessing this could be pretty busy next year for TMF 2022.
Very much so. That's the thing. One of the problems is COVID this year. We've been really restricted on numbers. Even tonight, we would have loved to have as many people as we can in the distillery, but we're obviously stuck with the rules we have at the moment. But yeah, next year we'll be cramming as many folk in as we can, as long as they're drinking gin and buying bottles of gin. We'll be happy.
I can't wait. Now, as I said, I'm in the whisky industry. I work in the whisky industry for a few years now. And what's behind us here, this is definitely not a gin still. This looks like whisky stills, although maybe slightly smaller than perhaps the stills I usually see. Will we walk over and tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah.
I'm allowed to talk about this because this is a bit of a secret, is it not? But we've kind of given the game away.
Yeah, well, I can't say too much just now, but historically Tiree had a fascinating distilling heritage. You know, as far back as 1768, there was around about 50 distillers in the island. You know, that's pretty mental. That went down to about 30. Then by 1793, there was only 3 distillers in the island because heavier taxes came in. And in 1801, it didn't stop all the Tiree folk, because in 1801 there was 157 people caught distilling illegally here, obviously making whiskey. So pretty mental statistics. And Tiree in Gaelic's known as Tiree Distillery, which means land of barley.
Yeah.
Leave it at that, but that's the
So
bringing
the
story,
barley back.
hopefully.
Bringing the barley back. No, that's fantastic. And I really liked that point Ian made, that 25%, I didn't realise this, 25% of Tiree is made up of maca, which is quite incredible. And we're going to get a chance to see kind of Tiree now, Tiree in all its beauty from the sky with our fantastic friends from Crashing Drones. So this is Tiree from above. Off you go.
Bring to me the morning and the dawning of the day. Speed up the sun and forward turn the clocks that slowed way. Bring down the moon and shining stars that hold the nighttime alone. Wake up the lark and bid him start to sing tomorrow's song. Get the ferry set for sea as fast as can be done. Let go the ropes and free our hopes of western skies calm. That ice and sun to starboard as the boat leaves open bay. Our homeland dreams to turn streams and fill the dawning day. But I want to go where the great Atlantic roars on the cliffs of Kenilworth to majestic Skerryvore, and breathe again the air my island body craves, and feel again the freedom of the land below the waves. Like barley in the wind, we've been scattered far and thin, but on the cruelty of the Cleans to the precious we live in. No matter where we roam, over land and over foam, the island pulls the children of the barley to come home. See Ben Heinisch and Ben Ho in the early morning golden houses rising from the sea as the land begins to show. You know you're homeward bound, singing by the Gunner sound with passion. Then you stand again upon your island ground. But I want to go where the great Atlantic roars on the cliffs of Kenilworth to majestic Skerryvore, and breathe again the air my island body craves, and feel again the freedom of the land below the waves. The island of Tiree and its power of land and sea goes through the bone like fire and stone. It's who you're born to be on the world's fickle face, and yielding anchorage to a place, the guiding star of who you are, your people and your race. Stand on Kennevein or the shores of Hudson Bay, the wilds of Argentina, on New Zealand's earth and clay. Our sins are growing wide, but the roots of island pride will bring us all together on the flooding of the tide. But I want to go where the great Atlantic roars on the cliffs of Kenilworth to majestic Skerryvore, and breathe again the air my island body craves, and feel again the freedom of the land below the waves. For I want to go where the great Atlantic roars on the cliffs of Kenilworth to majestic Skerryvore, and breathe again the air my island body craves, and feel again the freedom of the land below the waves. For I want to go where the great Atlantic roars on the cliffs of Kenilworth to majestic Skerryvore, and breathe again the air my island body craves, and feel again the freedom of the land below the waves.
That was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? Tiree was looking fabulous, wasn't it? And I'm sure many of you out there recognise the music coming from that incredible Tiree band, Skippinish. And we heard from Ian Smith earlier on, so from one amazing Tiree band to another, this is Ian's band, Trail West.
TMF, how you all getting on? Hope you're all enjoying the music so far. That was a wee set called Bernie's second debut there. And yeah, we're going to carry on now with another song. We can't wait to be playing in front of you all again and seeing the crowd bouncing for a tune like that. But we're going to carry on now with a wee set, a wee song called The Mermaid, and we'd love to hear you singing along at home. And I'm sure if we were in Tiree now, there'd be a huge noise in the tent just now. So this one's Mr. Jonathan Gillespie with The Mermaid.
The spring day morn when we set sail and we were not far from the land, and our captain he spied a mermaid so fair with a comb and a glass in her hand, and the ocean waves do roll and the
stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a brave old skipper was he. That this fishy mermaid has warned me of our doom, we shall sink to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the boatswain of our gallant ship, and a brave young man was he. Said I have a sweetheart, St. John's by the sea, and tonight she'll be weeping for me. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a gristly old butcher was he. Care much more for me pots and me pans than I do by the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. Gallant ship, 3 times around spun she. 3 times round spun our gallant ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds they blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
Jonathan Gillespie in the vocals there, folks, with The Mermaid. Hope you were all singing along at the house. So we're going to carry on now. As I always say in Trail West, we're very lucky to have 2 fantastic singers in this band, and we're going to get a Gaelic song from Mr. Shawnee McIntyre this time. And it's a song that we learnt for another festival, Blast Festival, when we did a tribute to Runrig a couple of years ago. And we've included this one on our latest album that we released last December. So this one's called Éireann Try.
Speaker om I dashe diest, kosher kas, roosted and try. Lemo gal wife na mo folk, het siri mo huvan na mo grai. Speaker om I dashe diest, kosher kas, roosted and try. Lemo gal wife na mo folk, het siri mo huvan na mo grai. Fashion is fashion sportsal, goeie alles is lekker. Here woon je een woche, smisken araber as ze weich. Sperker om I nasje dies, kosher kas, und stehen drei. Lemo gal wife na mo folk, het siri mo huvan na mo grai. Zo de hiek ekko am fiske, giri kro, hoe zit de wijn. Stjerne jachi er sokke, tok aan lor en stok aan raun. Smerker om I dasje dies, kosher kas, u stehen drei.
Svíksin skín úr lochga gaiche golpaine fuór tuf trína blá Svíksin gráneal dul gan lepi a chamarach géri trá Áns na línan harí tían hísin buan an paragas Nor a gach siw tír na nóike so siw gael go gach trai Specker om I gasje dies Kosje kaas úr tír an trai Lem o gal vaid am o foch Get síri mo hug an am o grai Specker om I gasje dies Kosje kaas úr tír an trai Lem o gal vaid am o foch Get síri mo hug an am o grai Specker om I gasje dies Kosje kaas úr tír an trai Lem o gal vaid am o foch Get síri mo hug an am o grai
Johnny McIntyre there, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks very much, folks. Hope you're enjoying this at home. It's not quite the same as the real thing, but hopefully next year we'll get back to a right cracker of a festival. So looking forward to that. But for now, we're going to take things back a wee bit. It's a wee slow song called The Homes of Donegal. Especially for Jonathan Gillespie on keys. Sing along.
Oh, I just came in to see you all. I'll only stay a while. And I want to see how you're getting on. And I want to see your smile. I'm happy to be back again. I'll greet you big and small. For there's no place else on earth just like the homes of Donegal. I want to see your smiling children standing by the door. The kettle boiling on the hearth as I walked up the floor. And there to see a welcome free for travellers one and all. For your hearts are like your mountains in the homes of Donegal. I'd like to stay along with you and while away the nights with tales of yore and the fairy love beside the turf fire bright. And there to see laid out for me a shake down by the wall. For there's rest for weary wanderers in the homes of Donegal. Now the time has come and I must go. I'll bid you all adieu. For the open highway calls me back to do these things I do. But when I'm travelling far away, your friendship I'll recall. And please God, I'll soon return unto the homes of Donegal. Sing along! Oh, I just came in to see you all. I'll only stay a while. And I want to see how you're getting on. And I want to see your smile. And I'm happy to be back again. just like the homes of Donegal. For there's no place else on earth just like the homes of Donegal. Well, little did my mother think when first that she cradled me that I would turn to the roving trade and I'd die on the gallows tree. And a plea was coming o'er the brig o' Banff for to set Macpherson free. And so they put the clock there 4:15, and they hanged him from the tree. Here we go with Macpherson's rant. Farewell, ye dungeons dark and strong, a long farewell to thee. Macpherson's time will no be long on yonder gallows tree. 'Twas by a woman's treacherous hand that I was condemned to die. Aye, she called me over to the windowsill, and a blanket she threw o'er me. I said Anton Lay, and said Anton Lay, say Anton Lay, Katie. He played a tune and he danced in a room below the gallows tree. Well, I learned of Granto, that healing saint, who first laid hands on me. He pleads the cause of Peter Brown, let Macpherson be. Untie these bands, say off my hands, and bring to me my sword, 'cause there's no another man in all Scotland that'll brave him at down. Here we go! Well, say Anton Lay, and say Anton Lay, say Anton Lay, Katie. Well, he played a tune and he danced in a room below the gallows tree. Well, there's some come here now to see me hanged, and some to buy my fiddle. But before that I depart with her, I'll brag her o'er the mill. Aye, he's taken the fiddle into both his hands, and he's bracking it o'er a string, saying there's no another's gonna play on her when I am dead and gone. I said Anton Lay, and said Anton Lay, say Anton Lay, Katie. Well, he played a tune and he danced in the room below the gallows tree. Take it away, boys! My mother think when first that she cradled me that I would turn to the roving trade and I'd die on the gallows tree. And a plea was coming o'er the brig o' Banff for to set Macpherson free. And so they put the clock there 4:15, and they hanged him from the tree. I said Anton-Lay, and said Anton-Lay, say Anton-Lay, Katie. Well, he played a tune and he danced in a room below the gallows tree. I said Anton-Lay, and said Anton-Lay, say Anton-Lay, Katie. Oh, he played a tune and he danced in a room below the gallows tree. One more time! Anton-Lay, and said Anton-Lay, say Anton-Lay, Katie. Oh, he played a tune and he danced in a room below the gallows tree. Woo!
That was McPherson's rant, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I hope you're clapping your hands at home, folks. This one's called Here We Go A Flat. Mr. Andrew Finlayton on the drums. Oh, nigga! There we go, a wee set there called Here We Go A Flat from our second album, I think. Wee set in the pipes. So we've got time for another song now before we finish off with a couple of tune sets. And we're going to go back to Mr. Jonathan Gillespie for this song. It's a song written by Andy M. Stewart from Silly Wizard. And this is one that you'll all be able to sing at the house. So please sing along with this one's Take Her in Your Arms.
you seen him on the corner? His lips would reach the pavement. He's been hiding from the breezer as he not enough in sight. In love he was the purest, now he's frightening the tourists. If he gone and asked his father, oh, I'm sure he'd set him right. So take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. Well, we met her at a disco in a dive in San Francisco, and it all might have been different had he seen her in daylight. She was painted, she was scented, but she drove your man demented. If he'd gone and asked his father, oh, I'm sure he'd set him right. So take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. He's a pub with fun and laughter, the landlord's buying bevy. There's a session in the corner and the crack is grand tonight. But your man has lost his woman, he's still at home lamenting. If he'd gone and asked his father, oh, I'm sure he'd set him right. So take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. No depression out of me and asp is suicide. Too dangerous, don't go leaping out of buildings in the middle of the night. It's not the forward landing that'll alter social standing. So go first and ask your father, I'm sure he'll set you right. And take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. He's a help to all true lovers, their sisters and their brothers and their uncles and their grannies, but his thing is black and white. If you're keen to start romancing with this living honest dancing, then go first and ask your father, I'm sure he'll set you right. So take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. Take her in your arms, hold that woman tight. Take her in your arms and tell her that you love her. If you're going to love a woman, then be sure to do it right. Hey,
Jonathan Gillespie, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you were singing along at the house there as well. So it's time now for our last set of the evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's great to be playing for Tiree Music Festival. We'd like to thank the festival for inviting us along tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in person at next year's festival. I'm sure we will. So this is a wee tune that we put in our most recent CD, and it's the title track called Countless Isles and Endless Miles. Something that we used to do, but then COVID put a stop to that, but hopefully we'll be back with you in the next few months, and we'll see you all soon. So this one, as I say, is Countless Isles, Endless Miles. More than tang, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your night. There we go, folks. Countless Isles and Endless Miles, written by Alan J. Nairn, our electric guitarist. So, Moran Tang, everyone. As I say, enjoy the rest of your night. It's been great to play for you again. We've been Trail West. Moran Tang, agus aiche va!
The amazing Trail West, fantastic. Trail West, absolutely outstanding. Thank you very much. Now I'm here with Martin Gillespie and Alec from SKERRYVORE. So, the first question I really want to ask is probably for you, Martin. You know, is that a Tiree tan or is that a fake tan?
Of course. Sunbeds, he's been at the sunbeds. No, totally Tiree tan.
Tiree tan, yeah.
Anytime I come up here and I go back to Glasgow, people always ask where have I been. Yeah. And they never believe me I've been in Tiree. So it's like,
well, I've seen great pictures of you paddleboarding the other day, and it looks outstanding. And apparently I have to go paddleboarding tomorrow morning, but apparently the weather's not to be very good. We'll see how we go on. But look, Tiree, you come from Tiree, Martin. I mean, every time I think about you growing up here, I just think about what an amazing life that must have been growing up. You know, I've got 2 young sons now, and if I could give them that opportunity to grow up in Tiree, I think it would be an amazing thing. Can you tell, what was it like growing up in Tiree?
Incredible. I was actually talking about it earlier on. You know, as a kid, you felt safe. You know, I think we were allowed to go out, we were playing football every day. You know, you could go to the beach, live right beside the beach and stuff. So you kind of had freedom to go and really do what you want. Obviously, there's some things you miss out on. You know, it's competitive sport and other things. You know, you not get McDonald's, you can go to.
I knew you were going to say
things like that. You know what I mean? You know, just like things that other kids probably take for granted. We didn't have that sort of thing. But you also, I mean, you have that safety and amazing scenery. You've seen it tonight. It's
incredible.
You know, I've been away a lot since I left at 18. We've been away a lot the last 18 odd years, and it's like. Coming back now, it's incredible. I appreciate it even more now, coming back and even been back for this last week and for the following week. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah. And tell us about the Tiree Music Festival, because Tiree's a small island, small community. Essentially, for that weekend, doubles in population, trebles in population.
Trebles, probably.
Trebles in population. I mean, what's Tiree Music Festival really? What does it mean to the community of Tiree, and kind of what impact has it had from your point of view?
I think certainly from, as I say, the amount of people that bring to Ireland that are getting to see it, and you know, certainly for all the businesses, it's amazing for them. They'll be benefiting, not just for the weekend, because a lot of folk will come, you know, for a week or 2 weeks to experience the festival as well. And then what we're finding as well, even just with the band from touring from years, like talking about Tiree, loads of people are just coming throughout the year as well. So it's great for the island. You know, I think up the west coast of Scotland has benefited a lot out of the different festivals throughout the west coast as well. So, you know, it's been amazing. It's going to help put Tiree again in the map, but, you know, along with the Wave Classic, you know, and having the music festival. So now, and
that's the surfing, isn't it?
The surfing as well. Now having the distillery here, it's just, you know, it brings people to the island, and it's things for folk to come and see. So absolutely fantastic.
One of the things I think I really admire about SKERRYVORE through this past year and a bit, I don't want to mention the word, I think we're beyond that now. I'm not even going to say that C word anymore. I don't ever say C words, Mum, just so you know that. I think you guys have managed to stay very visible, and you've been doing lots of cool stuff, like Everybody's Everyday Heroes, which was for the NHS, which was outstanding to see. You know, that being played in the pipes pretty much in every doorstep in every town in Scotland was an incredible thing. Everyday Heroes, if you've not downloaded it, go and listen to that. And then obviously the BBC Radio 2 playlist that you got, which is incredible. But you've just released a new single, and another great song, Alec. Tell us, how's it going? How's the new song going? Are we going to hear it later on?
Yeah, I think we're doing the first version of that song tonight for the first time live. So that's our new single, and like you say, we've just kind of been trying to keep up with things during lockdown and try and put out as much new stuff as we can, while still sort of being apart and kind of, you know, doing Zoom calls and stuff with each other and trying to put stuff together. So the new single's going well. I think hopefully we'll get a wee bit of Radio 2 play on that one as well.
Yeah. And the new single talks about this piece really getting back to normal and coming back together again. And
yeah, that's the kind of theme behind it. When I started writing it, I realised I was kind of writing about the sort of situation we were in, and that we're all kind of missing being together with loved ones and stuff like that. And I wanted it to have that kind of that summer feel and give everyone a wee bit of kind of hope going into the sort of lockdown kind of opening up and stuff like that. So hopefully that's the kind of sentiment people take from it.
And what is the process, you know, for somebody who's always aspired to write songs and become a millionaire that way, like yourself? What is the process? I mean, does that mean some people talk about, you know, a melody comes into their head and they write down a song and they write down some lyrics to that, and they've got, you know, within 5 minutes, you know, they've got a world famous song. And for some other people, it takes longer time. It takes, you know, what's your process?
It always happens the first way for me.
Does it? It just happens.
After a couple of vodkas.
A couple of vodkas into the bathroom.
No, it totally just depends. Like, sometimes you'll have like a wee spark of an idea, like something that happens to you in everyday life comes into your head, and you start with a wee bit of a lyric or whatever. And other times it can just be like a catchy tune, like, or whatever, you know. It comes in different ways, and sometimes I can sit in the room with a guitar and I can be there for hours, going over and over the same thing, and then scrap that and start again. It just totally depends. But like you say, I think sometimes the best ones are the ones that come from some real emotion that's happened to you that day, or that you think relates to a lot of people you know, and then you come with a good tune with it as well, and hopefully people can relate to it, you know.
Yeah, very good. Now, we heard Atlantic really earlier on playing, and they did Saturday sessions, lockdown sessions, which kept lots of people entertained. And you did the Friday night sessions as well, which, you know, for me as well, kept me entertained. It was fantastic. And I loved the fact that people could just give you requests, and off you went and learned. I guess you didn't know all of those songs, because otherwise your head must have 100,000 songs. So there must have been a lot of learning things and doing that. I mean, how tricky was that for you to do that, to keep on top and keep your material fresh? Because I thought it was amazing how you managed it.
It's definitely kept me on my toes. I mean, I've been in SKERRYVORE so long, and we've been doing our own stuff for ages. I've never really had to learn loads of cover songs. And it's the kind of thing on a drunken night, you get that guy up the front hanging on the stage going, give us a bit of Sweet Caroline, and eventually I've learned it, you know. So I can now probably get through it. So it's definitely given me a few songs in the bag for when I do the next pub gig.
Oh, very good. Now, it does feel like we're getting back to normality. We're here at a live gig, almost. This is kind of normality. And in a normal world for SKERRYVORE, you'd be touring the world. You'd be probably in America for quite a lot. I mean, we spent a few tours together in America, had some talking about McDonald's, we had some incredible experiences. Well, that's another story, mind you. But we managed to go through a drive-through without a car in McDonald's about 3 o'clock in the morning in Milwaukee, and we flagged down essentially a massive lorry, and the guy let us in the back, and then we got to go through the McDonald's. And the things you do just to get a McDonald's. But anyway, you know, America, we met some incredible people, we met some incredible bands, and you know, you're looking forward to getting back to that kind of lifestyle and touring America and Germany and other parts of the world.
Definitely. You know, it's been a long period of not doing something that we've been so used to doing. And don't get me wrong, I think we've all kind of said as well, it's been great being able to stand back and look at what we have done in the last 15 years and kind of reflect, and probably we'll see things slightly different now as well. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting back on the road and
just be nice to, because we've written these songs and we've written them with the idea of how folk will react to them and hoping that we can hear people singing them back, but we haven't really. So we might go out there and turns out they're just a lot of rubbish, you know. They're just like, no.
I'm sure. I've heard my wife singing them back to me. They're not a lot of rubbish. They're going to be fantastic. I took one of the bands, I think probably some of the most funniest guys and characters we ever met, I think, together were BANJO 3, and I think I certainly missed seeing those guys on tour, you know, and I think we were hoping that they were going to be able to come here, but with COVID and things and still restrictions, it probably wasn't the right thing, but I think we've managed to satellite them, believe it or not, so we can satellite to Ireland, and they're going to join us tonight, so that'll be cool. They've been over for Oban Live, of course, you know, and it'd be fantastic to see them back over here again for TMF in the future. So a good bunch of characters, no doubt about it. So satelliting over to you, apparently to Fergal's front room, although when I first heard it, it was to Fergal's fun room, so maybe one or the other. But let's head over to you, BANJO 3 in Ireland. Thank you guys.
Hello, Stu, and everyone in Tiree. Thanks for having us here. We're excited to play some music for you, and hope you have a good time. that fills the room, and the clock tells me to go. 'Cause there's people I need to see and places I need to be, but I wish that I could lie here with you. 'Cause you are my nightlight and always my guiding star. You're the one who always lights my way. When the night comes, I won't forget your spark. You're the one who led me from the dark. So shine on, shine on, shine on with me. Shine on, shine on, shine on with me. Dance with me tonight. Hold your hand in mine. Let me sweep you off your feet to the rhythm of our dreams. Without you, I'd be forever counting sheep. So shine on, shine on, shine on with me. Shine on, shine on, shine on with me. My nightlight, and always my guiding star. You're the one who always lights my way. When the night comes, and I won't forget your spark. You're the one who led me from the dark. Shine on, shine on, shine on with me. Shine on, shine on, shine on with me. Thank you very much. We're very excited to be here with you, and we want to say that we miss you, SKERRYVORE, deeply.
Apart from Alan.
No, I miss Alan.
I miss Alan
I miss
too.
Alan too. I think we mostly miss Alan.
Actually,
I miss Alan the most.
I found Enda's journal earlier, and I was reading through, and it's just all him lamenting how much he misses the bagpipes and the accordion.
It's true.
He dreams
love
of
letters,
making up a band where he's the only banjo player and all the other instruments are bagpipes.
Yeah. And Alan on keys.
And Alan on keys. Yeah.
So the last time we played Tiree was quite an event too. We came in from Butte from the festival there, and Tiree had quite a bit of wind the night before and blown over all the tents.
Too much haggis.
Too much of haggis. Yes. So they blew over all the tents, and all of you lovely folk were in the airport and in all of the churches and the schools camping. And I think Argos sent out a whole load of tents from the, I suppose it would have been Oban probably. They sent out a whole load of tents, and it was one of the best gigs we've ever done. We had such a wild weekend there with G. So we're excited to one day get back to the beautiful island, and we're going to continue now with a song which is for the island of Tiree. It's the prettiest little girl in the county O.
Prettiest little girl in the county, oh, blue eyes shining, here I go. Please be mine, don't let me go. Golden hair tied in a bow. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening, I'm gonna love you in the morning. Prettiest little girl in the county, oh, mama and papa both said so. Please be mine, don't let me go. Golden hair tied in a bow. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening, I'm gonna love you in the morning. quiet banjo, so slow. Dance all night till the morning glow. Prettiest little girl in the county, oh. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning, I'm gonna love you in the evening. I'm gonna love you in the morning. Live music. We haven't actually played that song like that in about 3 years, pretty sure. We normally play it really up tempo and really fast, and it normally goes into something else, and I couldn't remember for the life of me how it finished. So there you go.
A nice living room version of the song.
Yeah.
Especially for everybody.
That was the bagpipe version. We didn't know how to end it. We'll stop now.
I hope you're enjoying the stream. We're having a great time here. Height of the summer, and things are getting better. So we hope to be back playing live music. And
Martin, say Tiree in your best Scottish accent.
Tiree. Martin Gillespie. That went a little Indian there.
That's years of work, and that's years of work in Scotland just gone, just disappeared.
It doesn't matter how you do it; it ends up Indian, like almost within 2 sentences.
That's
no
you.
matter what we do. That is me. Though.
We should play some music. Cars in the driveway were everything you wanted. Well, those houses in the hills, they lie empty and haunted. That shirt on your back can't keep out the cold. 'Cause you know from now on your soul has been sold. Oh, won't you tell me why you can't look in my eyes? Won't you tell me why you can't believe those lies? Won't you tell me where to find it? Oh, mirror on the wall, won't you tell me I'm free? Locked in your reflection is everything she wanted. Cause that man in the mirror is not the man to be. Oh, won't you tell me why? Won't you tell me why you can't believe those lies? Won't you tell me why you can't look in my eyes? Won't you tell me why you can't believe those lies? Oh, smile to your heart and breathe in the truth and open your eyes and gather the good. Oh, won't you tell me why you can't look in my eyes? won't you tell me why you can't believe those lies? Won't you tell me why? Oh, won't you tell me why you can't believe those lies? Lovely. Thank you so much. Those are dogs that are barking in the background. There are 3 dogs in this room at the minute.
The live studio audience.
Fergal has his 2 dogs, Juno and Alfie, and my dog Sheila's here. And this is live music. And dogs sometimes decide that they want to have a good bark at the world. So, thank you so much for being here with us. And thank you, SKERRYVORE, for having us. And to all of you lovely people in Tiree. We are really, really excited that we'll get back out on tour very soon, and hopefully we might make it to your lovely shores and play some music for you. So thanks very much.
I'm just saying Alfie was getting into the spirit of it. He really was enjoying that.
Really was. Yeah, I did think that was good.
I thought it was you making the noise. I kept looking over at you and like, Ferg, that's a lovely, lovely tone you have there.
I thought it was just some random guy walked past with a piano accordion and the dogs were like totally on guard.
So you can check us out at webanjo3.com and all the socials, Facebook, Instagram. If you're enjoying the show, please tag us online and let us know that you're having a good time, because we're hoping to get back there to you. How does this one go? This one's Dawn Breaks. Thanks very much, lads.
very much.
We love you, SKERRYVORE, all of you, including the accordion.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much to BANJO 3. Thank you very much, guys. That was absolutely fantastic. So we're back here in the Isle of Tiree Distillery, and I have some messages. You've been sending some messages, so thank you very much for that. So this is where I find out if I need glasses or not. So Linda Gibson, big hello to all the fantastic volunteers, setup crew, bar staff, security, and all involved with putting this amazing festival on. Missing you and the beautiful Tiree very much. Lots of love, Linda and Gavin. Hugs to Julie and the family. Thank you very much, Linda. Johnny Gray, hope you all have a great time. Big shout out to Anne and Andrew Alan heading to Tiree this weekend. Love, Johnny. Ono Blom, big shout out to Ron and Magna to introduce us to SKERRYVORE. To Ron and Magda. Thank you. Hope you're watching, Ron and Magda. And this is a nice one. Scott Muller, big shout out from Police Scotland, who cannot wait for the festival to return. No, it's actually, the police guys are fantastic here. Cannot wait for the festival to return and assist with keeping it a safe family event. Many of the officers have made lifelong friends with the residents of Tiree and festival goers. Hopefully everyone can return soon to enjoy the fantastic atmosphere and the fantastic weather. Thank you very much. It's going to be amazing weather next year in 2022. I mean, it's actually fantastic just now. This would be perfect for the festival. How ironic is that? Anyway, we're going to a new band. This band is their first time in Tiree. They're going to be playing here next year in TMF 2022. A wonderful band, two lovely ladies called the Eves. Welcome to Tiree.
Hello.
How are you doing? So, Caroline, first time to Tiree. What do you think?
Absolutely beautiful.
It's a stunning place, isn't it?
Stunning beaches, the hospitality, the gin. I mean, come on. Great place.
Great place. So, obviously, you're coming here next year and we'll get to find out a lot more about you. But tell us a little bit about the Eves for anybody out there who doesn't. I'm sure you've got a lot of fans already tuning in. But for those that maybe haven't heard of you guys, tell us about you.
Well, we first formed back in 2016, so we were actually solo artists in our own right before we teamed up. And then Marisa got in touch on Facebook to ask if I'd be interested in writing some music with her. And I said no. She did, actually. I'm joking.
Yeah.
We met up for coffee, and we hit it off, and we started writing songs together, and it just, something special really happened. It was like the songs were flowing, and we were writing a lot of them, and it just felt really right. And then we didn't really start till the Eves till about 2018, put out our first single, Tides. And that's been it since then. We've put out a few singles since then, and now we're here on your beautiful island.
Fantastic. And one of those singles we talked about, these songs are doing fantastic, was playlisted as well. We talked about SKERRYVORE being playlisted on BBC Radio 2, but so were you guys just after. How did that come about, Marissa?
I think we actually used the same PR company as SKERRYVORE.
That always helps.
Which always helps. So
always helps.
It was just a dream come true for us. We've been wanting that. Well, I've been wanting that for as long as I can remember. So that was a real bucket list.
And what does it feel
me.
like? I had a kind of strange moment earlier on, actually. I was in a house earlier and I was with Alec Dalglish, who I think is my wife's secret crush, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And the song You and I came on Oban FM, actually, and he was obviously singing through the radio, and there he was standing right in front of me. It was quite surreal to see that, you know. So, how does it feel for you when you're hearing your songs getting played on the radio? You know, for your family as well.
Very surreal. Lots of texts getting sent. Oh, you know, Ken Bruce is playing you or whatever.
We cried.
Yeah, you cried.
I sobbed a lot. I sobbed. It was like such a release because we've been working so hard, both as solo artists over the years, but then as a band, and to finally get that sort of recognition, it was just such an emotional moment for us.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was amazing.
Goodness, I'm sure. So obviously next year you have the massive stage of Tiree Music Festival in the big top with a fantastic host bringing you onto stage. That's going to be a highlight, I'm sure. But what other things are you looking forward to next year? What's coming up?
Well, we've got a couple of gigs in September this year. So we've got one in Inverness, and then we've got one in Falkirk as well. We've got a new single coming out hopefully in August. So we'll see where that takes us.
Next year, we're not sure, I guess.
Next year, who knows? I have no clue what will happen next year, but hopefully much more live gigs, definitely.
Fantastic. So this is a live gig.
It is.
It feels quite nice, doesn't it?
It's absolutely terrifying being back. I mean, like, we've totally missed it. We've
Yeah.
totally missed it. But now we're back, we're like, how'd you do this again?
It's maybe not the biggest audience, but it's very
best,
very
obviously.
enthusiastic audience. And they know their music, so I'm sure they're going to love you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Eves.
Thank you.
So you feel like leaving, think this world's got nothing for you. Just gotta keep breathing, 'cause we've all felt the way you do. These dark feelings, just let them show. Look into the future, leaving it behind you. You can let it go, and don't be lonely in the darkness. Looking for the light, nothing's ever easy. It's hard to get it right. Oh, love won't ever leave you. Always on your side. Even if you run, even if you hide, love will find you. So you feel like running. Maybe life's just moving too fast and everything's changing. Hold on, the pain won't last. Fight your demons, don't let them win. Help is all around you, people you can talk to if you let them in. And don't be lonely in the darkness, looking for the light. Nothing's ever easy, it's hard to get it right. Oh, love will never leave you, always on your side. Even if you run, even if you hide, love will find you. These dark feelings, just let them show. You can let them go. And don't be lonely in the darkness, looking for the light. Nothing's ever easy, it's hard to get it right. Oh, love will never leave you, always on your side. Even if you run, even if you hide, love will find you.
Thank
What
you
a
very much.
reception. This is
It's
wonderful.
nice to hear applause.
This beats having to do gigs in your own living room. Got folk that clap back for a change.
I know. Live gigs are gigs online are hard because you've usually got the dog in the background, stoating around, and she sometimes gets her squeaky toys and just bad timing. But this next song is called Brand New Day. We wrote this during the first lockdown, and it was kind of based on a friend of ours who's going through a bit of a tough time, bit of a toxic relationship, just stuck and didn't know what to do. And this is just to kind of encourage anyone who's in that situation that you can take control of your own life and you can do what you want to do, and just...
It's a brand new day.
Yeah, just go for it.
Searching for a new kind of adventure. You're looking for the light to pull you through. I know that you were thinking it's all over. Believe me, there was so much more for you. They held you down for long to be alone. They held you down for too long now. Just walk away, just walk away. Don't worry now, your life is how you live it for today. So put your hands up now, let me hear you shout. Hey, 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 put your hands up now, let me hear you shout. It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey, they held you down for too long now. Just walk away, just walk away. Don't worry now, your life is how you live it for today. So put your hands up now, let me hear you shout. Hey, 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 put your hands up now, let me hear you shout. It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic. What do we think of the eaves? Absolutely, I was absolutely mesmerised.
Thank you.
Absolutely mesmerised. We can't wait to see you guys here next year. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for
Absolutely
having
amazing.
us.
One more time, I think. Let's hear it again for the eaves. So, is Julie McLennan here? Yeah. Here? Julie, we had a message from one of your volunteers earlier on. Let me read it back out to you. I'll read you some of it anyway. Linda Gibson, and she just said, hugs to Julie and the family. So I need to give it, can we do that? Can we do? No, we can do, okay. We're nearly there, we can do this, I think. So, you are I was going to say the long-suffering wife of one of the founders of Tiree Music Festival, Stuart McLennan. But I think you've got one of the most important jobs, and I can get quite emotional quite easy on occasions. And there was a video that was played around the volunteers of Tiree Music Festival, and I had the pleasure of watching it. And it did, a small fly went into my eye, just right in there, and I couldn't get it out. And anyway, I hope that doesn't happen again. But I think it's the community of the volunteers, I think, is just quite incredible. And I think that plays a big part to what you managed to create. It is like a family.
Absolutely.
You know, how did you manage that?
It was pretty organic, actually, I suppose. I mean, obviously I've been there from the very beginning, but always had a bit of a back seat for it all until Daniel and Stuart got to a point where, like, we could use some of your help to try and manage to bring in these, like, more volunteers to help. And so I said, yeah, I'll be up for that challenge, took it on, and it's just grown. I mean, it has grown massive. And I think, though, that what makes it so manageable is that we keep receiving the same volunteers each year. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's about a 50% return. And people like Linda, who helps me hugely over the whole weekend, she has a whole entourage that she brings every year and then brings more the following year. And, you know, like, it's just such a fantastic group of people that we somehow attract, and they just buzz off each other, and they enjoy the whole experience as well. You know, it's not really a working experience for them. They come just, I think, for the entertainment, but also just to meet new people themselves and be involved in the whole experience.
But they work hard as well.
They work extremely hard.
They work really hard.
Yeah.
But they get to see some of the bands. They get to see some. They get to feel some of the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite a number of hours they've got to.
It is, but no complaints, because they all do it with a smile on their face, come rain or shine, as we've seen seen over the years as well. I mean, that particular year with the bad storms, it was absolutely incredible the way they all came out and were soaked to the bone themselves, but, you know, were very cautious of helping other people before themselves, you know, and it was just, yeah, like you say, a fantastic family of people just coming together.
And it feels like the last couple of years, because we've not been able to have that family together, it must be a little bit sad for some of those people who haven't been able to come. Have they kept the kind of community going? Have they got like a WhatsApp group or something?
Oh yeah, we've got like a whole Facebook online thing, and I know that even within themselves there's groups of them that are very, they wouldn't mind me saying that there's a lot of sort of TMF nutters that,
that's what they're called.
Yeah, that's what they're called, where they get together regularly. There's a whole, they've got their own wee groups there as well, and loads of them that have stayed in touch and do fun stuff online as well, so it's nice.
No, that's fantastic. No, I think we should take this opportunity just to say a big thank you to all those volunteers, because without those volunteers, it's pretty fair to say there's no TMF.
Absolutely, it wouldn't work without them, yep.
So the TMF volunteers!
Hi, this is Melanie from my living room in Uithoorn, the Netherlands. I had a great time volunteering at TMF, and I hope to see you all next time. Cheers!
Hello everybody, it's Ian here talking to you from Tiree. Nice afternoon on Tiree actually. A few families out on the beach at the foot of the Kennevay Road. I put the flag up just so that everybody can see. It would have been TMF week, and Rocky's out here having a look as well. So sorry not to be seeing everybody, and hope to see you all again for a fabulous TMF next year. In the meantime, take care everybody. Bye just now.
Hi everybody, Judy in a rather late wisher in North Lanarkshire. Missing TMF, I should be making my usual mega batch of scones in the middle of the week to bring up on the ferry, but obviously not happening, so there's just a few for the house. Have a great day people, bye!
Hey, it's Olivia. I'm in St. Andrews, but wishing I was in Tiree with all of you right now. See y'all next summer, TMF 2022.
Greetings from Sue in North Carolina. I miss y'all. I miss the music. I miss Tiree. I can't wait for the music.
Hi guys, from Sunny Wisher. Hope you are all well. Gutted we couldn't make it this year. Hopefully we'll see you next year with our new volunteer. Might need a smaller t-shirt for this one. But hope you have a good night and see you later. Love yous, bye.
Beskerma, Donny Maroot here from Connick Hill, just outside Glasgow, overlooking beautiful Loch Lomond. Connick Hill seems to have got a lot steeper during lockdown for some reason. I hope you're all well. Really missing not getting a chance to catch up with great friends over in Tiree for the music festival this year and last year. It was always a brilliant weekend, so much great music and phenomenal crack. If you've never been to Tiree Music Festival, you must come over for 2022. It's going to take the roof off the tent. Just can't wait. Until then though, we have transmitting live from Tiree, with bands like Atlantic Reel, The Eves, Wee Banjo 3, Trail West, and of course SKERRYVORE. And don't forget the tour of the distillery. So until next year, hope you all stay well. Can't wait to see everyone at TMF 22, and until then, slán siomh.
Hi everyone, sorry that we can't be at Tiree. Absolutely gutted to be missing it for yet another year. Have a fab night guys. Love you lots.
Hi TMF pals, sending lots of love. I'm back home on the island of Fur in Germany, just at the border to Denmark, and as you can see it's a stunning day at the beach today. I miss Tiree so much this year, but I can't wait to come back in 2022, and I hope it'll be as sunny as it is today and as it was in 2019. So I'll see you there. Bye.
Hello TMFers, this is a shout out
to all of you. We will meet you next year
on Tiree for the best ever 2022 edition
of the Tiree Music Festival, with love from the
Crazy Dutch Bastards, AK, Magda and Ronnie. See you next year.
See you next year. Bye bye.
Hi, it's Gavin here at the White Hart Inn in Telebon on Usk. Missing you all. Hope to see you next year. Regards, Gavin.
Hi! We're on Tiree and we really miss TMF, so we can't wait for next year. Bye!
Fantastic. Let's hear it one more time for the wonderful volunteers. Woo! Thank you so much. So good to see so many great faces there. And we absolutely look forward to seeing you back. You know, we've had over 400 volunteers since the festival began. So to see many of you guys back here next year will be absolutely fantastic. Now, I've got a few more messages to read out. So let me see. The first one from Fergie McKeever. Come, we all know Fergie, don't we? Come and help us do a wee festival, they said. It'll be fun, they said. That was about 12 years ago. It was fun. It'll be fun again next year. Big shout out to all the crew who have worked on it over the years, many more to come. So a big cheer for all the crew. And then we've got a message from Gail Morrison. A wee shout out to John and Rory. So not a big shout out, Gail, just a wee shout out to John and Rory. And they're holidaying in Tiree, loving every minute. You've had great weather, well done. And so looking forward to next year's TMF Best Festival ever. Thank you very much to Gail. Let's hear for Gail. And then lastly from Phoebe, a shout out to the Carl McLean Bristols who went to the first ever TMF and have been to nearly every one since. Loved every minute. So a big shout out to the Carl McLean Bristols. So, put this in my pocket now. So, we're going to hear from a band now which really doesn't need any introduction to anybody in here because this is a TMF crew, but perhaps doesn't need any introduction to many of you watching. This is a band with their roots here in Tiree. They've had an incredible year. They'll be back here next year in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for SKERRYVORE?
evening, folks. Great to be here to play a few tunes for you tonight. We, of course, would love to be at the real in-person TMF, but we'll try and make tonight as much like a real gig as possible. Get up dancing in your living rooms, your kitchens, wherever you are in the world. And we'll make the real-life TMF next time around an absolute blast, I'm sure. But here we go with our last single, recently released, You and I.
As the city lights go down and the amber fills the sky, it's only you and I, just another night in this old town, and we walk without a care through the streets we knew so well. It's only you and I, and the sweetness of the summer air. Can never be erased. An echo in the heart, always felt forever there, and we walk without a care through whatever comes our way. Together, you and I, we can make it anywhere. You say, oh.
Okay, from something new to something old. This is called Ginger Grouse Jigs. Dancing at home, play this every year at TMF, all 10 years that we've been there. Look forward to playing it again next year once we get back there. Have a dram, enjoy yourselves. It's the Ginger Grouse Jigs. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to slow it down just a wee touch now with a song called At the End of the Line. I nearly said a newish song, but we've been in lockdown that long now. This is actually an old song now, isn't it? So normally we'd have you all with your hands up in the air and your phone lights on, your lighters and all that in the tent, the TMF. So we're imagining that right now. Can't wait for it. See you singing along at home. This is At the End of the Line.
Too many miles to remember the smell of the air. This place is all good, but nothing can ever compare. The sun burns my skin as it pierces cerulean skies. I love this place, but it's only a thin disguise. Paradise is wherever your people are. You're alive with the people you love. Paradise wherever you wander is waiting for you at the end of the line. 4,000 miles in the sky till the wheels hit the ground. Just 7 miles more on the road till I'm through the front door. It wouldn't be right if the rain wasn't drowning the storms, but I'm used to that, and for sure I'm just glad to be home. Paradise is wherever your people are. You're alive with the people you love. Paradise wherever you wander is waiting
Okay, so we'd like to do our very newest song now. This is a single we just recently released, and this is going to be our first live performance of it for you guys. So we thought, what a gig to do it at for the TMF crowd. So we hope that you enjoy this new single. We wanted this one to have a real summer vibe, so I hope you feel that, and I hope you feel the sort of way that you might on the night of the next TMF. So this one's called Together Again.
Hey, how you doing? How's life been treating you? It's been so long since we've all been together now, and I know we took it off our granted. The sweetest love is always there for you, and oh 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 oh, love is the sweetest thing. Oh oh. Sweetest thing, and I'll be back. You someday, and life will move on like we've been everywhere. It's been real tough, but we're making it up together, together, together again. I'll be back. You someday, life will move on like we've been everywhere. It's been real tough, but we're making it up together, together, together again. Hey, how you doing? Has the world brought you something new? A little light casting shadows away from you. Even though we took it off our granted, the sweetest love is always there for you, and oh 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 oh, love is the sweetest thing. Oh 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 oh, the sweetest thing, and I'll be back. You someday, life will move on like we've been everywhere. It's been real tough, but we're making it up together, together, together again. I'll be back. You someday, life will move on like we've been everywhere. It's been real tough, but we're making
thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure to be back playing music together again. We're very grateful for the opportunity to do that, and we're just obviously sad it's not at TMF and the big top, but as Alex said earlier on, we can't wait to get back to that next year and get back to any stage playing music. Thank you so much to everybody tuning in and supporting the event, supporting us, and the music was released during this as well, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon, wherever you are and whenever we can get back on the road. But we'll leave you one more song tonight. Enjoy the rest of the evening. This is called Take My Hand.
Here we both stand, burning the stars like the dance floor. All that we need is here in the still of the night. All of the words can never describe the wonder, the feeling of peace when everything is just right. Here we both stand, longing to hold one another, never to end, wrapped in the sweet summer air. Wishing that we could stay in this moment forever, into the night, young, pure and free. Take my hand and we'll go dancing underneath the stars on the beach that's only ours. Take my hand and we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand. We were young, the summers would seem so long, and we'd sing our favorite songs. We heard them on the radio as long ago, and in the night and laughter until the dawn, a time when our dreams were gone. Paved the way for all we have and all we need. Take my hand and we'll go dancing underneath the stars on a beach that's only yours. Take my hand and we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand. A summer sky, its beauty was no surprise. Our love was in your eyes. I knew it once when you looked at me. You were all I could see. Slow dance as you place your hand in mine. There was never a better time. Purring to the station, haunting melody. Take my hand and we'll go dancing underneath the stars on a beach that's only yours. Take my hand and we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand, take my hand.
Another brilliant set. Thank you very much to SKERRYVORE. Thank you very much, SKERRYVORE. Absolutely brilliant. One more time for SKERRYVORE. But not just SKERRYVORE. A big thanks to lots of people. Let's hear it one more time for Atlantic Real. Let's hear it one more time for Trail West. Let's hear it one more time for our friends in Ireland, we BANJO 3. Let's hear it one more time for the Eves. Let's hear it for all of the crew, the sound, the lights, the cameras. Let's hear it for Event Scotland that made it happen. And the fantastic TMF team who are here tonight. And a special thank you to Ian Smith and the Isle of Tiree Distillery. And you'll remember that, I should mention this for you, Ian did mention earlier on, there is a code, essentially TMF, and you'll get free shipping of Tiree gin. So there you are. Thank you very much for that, Ian. Now, next year, if you want to come to Tiree Music Festival, do you want to come? You guys come? Yeah. If you want to come to Tiree Music Festival next year, 2022, there might be some tickets made available, but what you have to do to find out about that is you have to join the mailing list. So to do that, go to the website, tireemusicfestival.co.uk, join the mailing list, and when new tickets become available, they'll let you know about it, and then be very, very quick. Get your mouse and your finger on the button and get in there quick. And remember, and get a good pitch for the campsite as well. That's always important too. But we absolutely can't wait to be back here next year in 2022 for a real TMF, and it's going to be incredible. Am I right? I'm already losing my voice just in this small gig here. Imagine what it's going to be like next year. It's going to be fantastic. So thank you very much from me to every single one of you for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to be doing this once more. Look forward to seeing you again sometime very, very soon. But in the meantime, we're going to finish off now with a great finale. So over to the Isle of Tiree finale. Thank you very much.
The lights of London are far behind. The thoughts of homeland are crowding my mind. Familiar places come into view. I see my home now, soon I will see you. This is my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I go, it's in my soul. My feet may wander a thousand places, but my heart will lead me back home to my darling home. We'll visit the old folks, how they're getting on. To read them to little nights and sing a few songs. We'll talk of the neighbors and life in the town. There's so much to tell them. The day place I was born in. No matter where I go, it's in my soul. My feet may wander 1,000 places, but my heart will lead me back home to my Donegal. Then tomorrow we'll take a walk down to St. Mary's, to a sheltered spot. We'll kneel and pray there for the ones that are gone, and hope they'll be proud